Patrick is going to be speaking about nothing. This is his speech number 4, how to say it, and it's all about word choice. Patrick's objective is to make people laugh. It's a light-hearted speech. The topic he found was quite a challenge to actually talk about nothing. And Patrick hopes to grow in confidence with this speech, and to enjoy it and for others to enjoy it too. I shall be looking for clear, accurate and vivid words, any rhetorical devices, no jargon, no unnecessary words, and any correct use of grammar. Okay, let's welcome Patrick.
Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow guests. My speech is entitled Nothing. I thought about this, and I thought, well, one thing I could do is I could just stand here for 6 minutes and do nothing, absolutely nothing, and just see what you do. Could you all remain calm while I just stood here and contemplated the universe? I doubt it. I also thought that was actually not a terribly good idea, so I thought I'd go find something to talk about. Nothing. I'm going to be talking about the usage of it, the way the word is actually used in our speech, figures of speech. I'm not going to try and define what nothing is, that's far too difficult. Quite a knowledge far superior to my own. I think something we start off with just thinking about it from a grammatical point of view, because that puts some sort of meaning into it. So, officially, it's an indefinite pronoun. Now, I have no idea what that meant. I asked my wife, who knows a lot about English language, what is an indefinite pronoun? Oh, I'll tell you later. Didn't help me a great deal. But I confessed I went onto Wiki, we all use Wikipedia. And they said it's an indefinite pronoun. Nothing is impossible as long as you put your mind to it, was the phrase, which is actually quite interesting. Because they are telling you that nothing is something. It is nothing. And you can't do it. So that was quite an interesting thing to begin with, because you think of nothing as nothing, it's not there. But actually, it is something. Nothing outside you've got to get your minds around. The first people who pondered this were the Greek philosophers. They think about a lot of things. And there's a gentleman whose name was, Parmenides, I think, who was the original thinker about it, and of course Socrates and other Greek philosophers got on. They all thought about it quite deeply, they wrote a lot. Once again, I didn't understand it, and I'm going to say nothing about it because it's far too complicated. A common idea, the first time I came across nothing was actually through physics class, through making a barometer. You make a common barometer, it's about a barometric measuring, which is the level of mercury. So you fill up a tube with mercury, invert it so the bottom's at the bottom, and then you let it settle. And so you've got to have some mercury in the bowl, so it will settle down, and the atmosphere will support about 76 centimetres of mercury. And previously the tube, 400 centimetres, was full. So it's a vacuum, it's nothing. You've got that space in there, which is nothing. And I found that quite an interesting idea when I was at school when I was doing physics. But I was told it is something. I didn't go into it too deeply. So let's try and look at what nothing is in various senses. In physics, it can't possibly exist, because everything has a gravitational field and electromagnetic radiation, and that is measurable. And if something can be measured, it can't be nothing. I mean, it's as simple as that, because you can't measure nothing, can you? In the world of computers, you assign a variable nothing. So you can say our variable is called desktop, So you would say desktop equals which is nothing. But that's a figure of speech. It's not really nothing. It's just something we're kind of, it's a way of dealing with it from a computational point of view. Maths. You say 2 minus 2 is equal to 0, and that is nothing. So there are lots of different ways of looking at what nothing really means and what it is. We use the word nothing in our language quite a lot, in many different ways. We've all had children, we all know children. And how often has your son or your daughter come back and been in a really bad mood? And they sit down at the table and they look really grumpy. You say, what's the matter? Oh, nothing. Oh, hang on a minute. There must be something the matter with them. They've been dumped, or they've lost their homework. Nothing. Nothing. It's as simple as that. But that's another meaning for nothing. Another example of this is something we've all done. We sit at work all day, we play around, fiddle at things and we pick away at things, and then we get home and the wife says, did you have a great day at work today, darling? Didn't get anything done, I got nothing done. I say, no. Well, actually you did get something done, but in your own perception, you got nothing done, nothing useful. You still got something done. Then there was my daughter. We have quite a lively family life. I started work on this subject of nothing, and she came downstairs about 11 o'clock, just got up and said, Dad, still doing nothing? Yes, no, yes. So with complete equanimity, I stopped myself falling into a sea of nothings and kept quiet. Well, I could see it was going to get difficult. So I've talked about nothing in a number of different ways, and the way it can be looked at. And I hope you've got a better understanding of what nothing is. What I really enjoyed about it is I took the challenge. I mean, I'll say when I first looked at it, I thought, oh dear, I got to talk about nothing. And I hope that I've accepted the challenge of talking to you about nothing in Longtown a little bit more than you did a few minutes ago. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob.